Hey guys, it's Chase, and this is going to be another one of those videos where I kind of just ramble about a random topic that's on my mind for no particular reason. I'm kind of in a venti mood right now, so I thought I'd just record myself and get my thoughts out because, I don't know, some of you guys might find it interesting or something. So earlier today, that is the day of recording this, I did a scrim. I faced a pretty good team, and it didn't go so well. My aim was all over the place. I was just not being coordinated with my team, and I didn't feel super focused. It was just all around kind of bad. I also did some ranked earlier, and that didn't go particularly great either. So, having bad days in Splatoon isn't uncommon. Everyone gets them. And usually the best solution for that, in my experience, is to just take a little break. Like maybe take a day or two off, let your mind reset, and get all that Splatoon stress out of your head. But, whenever I have one of these bad days, I always think about something. And it's strange because I swear I never hear anyone else talk about this. So I wonder if it's just me being crazy. But here it is. Splatoon is hard. Well, duh, you saw the title. But what do I mean by that? What I'm trying to say is that Splatoon is a very difficult game to get good at. And even if you are good, it's even harder to be consistent. I've played Splatoon since 2015. There have been periods where I took decently long breaks from it, but overall, I'd say that I've played it pretty consistently. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I do view myself as a good player, but not an amazing one. I'm not top level, but I can hold my own against good players depending on whether or not I'm playing well that day. But that's the thing. I don't always play well. Some days I feel like a Div 1 player. Other days I feel like a Div 5 player. But then I feel like there's other people who can manage to play at a top level every time they hop on. Like, yeah, I'm sure they have bad days too, but their bad days are miles ahead of my good days. So let's talk about what makes Splatoon such a hard game. Well, I think the main two traits that this game requires in order to be good, which is awareness and reaction time, are things that don't come very easily to a lot of people, myself included. You have to be so aware of everything that's going on around you in this game. If you have one mental slip up, that could cost you the whole match. And of course, reaction time is another key trait to succeeding at Splatoon. The game is so fast paced, and at any moment, someone can pop out of enemy ink and start shooting at you, or a bomb gets thrown at your feet and you need to swim away, all that stuff. Having good reaction time is something that really helps with this, but unfortunately, that doesn't come naturally to a lot of people. And of course, being able to aim properly is another important trait. When I think about all these things, it really makes me respect all of the top level players. Sometimes I feel like they get taken for granted, but it really is impressive how much mechanical skill and awareness these guys have. Now, all of those things that I just talked about can definitely be improved with practice and time, but my point is this. Splatoon comes naturally to some people, while it doesn't for others. And, that might play into the reason why Splatoon hasn't caught on as much in the Western scene. I feel like a lot of people have tried the game, but the gameplay is pretty difficult to get into because it's so hard to even understand what's happening the first time you play. And when you finally do understand it, it takes such a diverse set of skills to actually succeed, and you have to be willing to put in a lot of time in order to learn it. So I guess my point with talking about this with you guys is that if you ever feel like you're not improving in Splatoon, like you're putting in the work but not getting the results to compensate for it, don't worry. Because just like everything else in life, Splatoon comes naturally to some people while it doesn't for others. There are just going to be people who are naturally good. But if you aren't one of those people, that's not a reason to give up. I'm definitely not one of those people. I put in so much time and effort, and I feel like I've stagnated for quite a while. Plus, I have many days where I feel like I've gone backwards. It's pretty demotivating, but I don't stop, because despite its flaws, Splatoon is a pretty fun game.